If you want to break those generational curses that you've been talking and thinking about, it's going to require some courage. While most people call them generational curses, I like to refer to them as generational patterns, right? The reality is that a lot of these patterns can be broken or shifted just by the change of perspective or behavior or the choice of one person in some aspect. And that is why I say that it's going to require you to gain some courage. When a family is accustomed to doing life the same way for a very long time, then change can be scary, right? And that's completely natural. Like any other change, once you decide that this way of being or this way of doing is not what you desire for your family, you will need to prepare yourself to mentally fight the fears and the insecurities and the setbacks that will come with the territory of creating these new traditions and paving these new waves for yourself and the generations after you. It may require a lot of firsts on your part. Be the first to try going to therapy, to work on yourself and do the work that's needed within you before you insist on holding everyone else accountable. Be the first to try going to college, or be the first to skip out on college and learn a trade or skill doing something that you love, so that you don't feel like you're tied to a life and career that is based on what you were told you should do. Be the first to try to repair broken relationships, or even to walk away from broken relationships if reconciliation isn't possible rather than forcing. Be the first to apologize and hold yourself accountable when you know that you were in the wrong. Be the first to no longer accept "that's just how I am" as an excuse to maintain an unhealthy relationship dynamic when you know it's not good for you. Be okay with setting healthy boundaries and staying away from toxicity, even if that means that you have to miss out on family or friend or, those who are close to you's events to avoid that toxic energy. And then be the first to pass on these logics and these new patterns of behavior down to your children and others in order to affect positive change. When you intentionally commit to creating positive and healthy relationships and healthy habits that can be passed from one generation to the next, despite the pushback that you get from those who aren't yet ready to recognize or make any changes that are necessary, then you begin to pave the way for a drastic shift in your life and legacy, thereby breaking those generational whatever it is that you want to call them. And you have to remind yourself of this during that process.